The family car, in the form of a two-seater motor sling about 400 pounds, has come to Lapland, a product of the mid-20th century that is quickly changing the ways of a people who have used the reindeer sledge for 2,000 years. 600 in Finland, Lapland stretches across the north of Scandinavia, across Norway, Sweden and Finland, and into Russia. A vast tract of forest land on top of the world, inhabited by great herds of reindeer and more than 30,000 Laps. A wandering tribe that originally came from southern Russia, the Laps today have settled to a life between two homes. One is a winter log cabin at a reindeer separation camp, where life is primitive and water is fetched from a hole cut in a frozen lake. The other is their permanent homestead, isolated or in a village where the family live all the year round. A reindeer farmer sees his herd only once a year, when they're rounded up from the forests. For the rest of the year, he fishes, hunts, grows enough potatoes for the family, and keeps a cow or two for milk. But with the new motor roads that have been pushed into Lapland over the last 25 years, most Laps today shop at supermarkets. Special government-run boarding schools, here a Lap teacher takes a skiing lesson, ensure that every Lap child has the chance of going to university. Modern shops, washing machines and the latest cars go hand in hand with old-style scooter sledging along roads that are cleared every morning by modern snowplows. Off the roads, during the 7-month winter, skis are as essential as ever to cross the deep snow. Once a year, the Lap reindeer farmers get together for a day's sport. The sport of reindeer racing on a frozen lake, in this case in northern Finland. To own the fastest reindeer in the district is a great honor. First, individual times are taken for the circuit, with the rider towed on skis. $20 to $30 entries make the times run, in front of Laps who've traveled as far as 100 miles to watch the racing. Other Laps set up tea and coffee stalls on the lake shore, for the temperature is anything from 20 to 30 degrees below 0 centigrade. Feet get cold standing on a frozen lake. Reindeer skin boots and thick furs are everyday winter wear in these parts. Another entry is ready. These reindeer are picked from the herd and trained for months before racing. And he's away. The gait is awkward and loping, but a steady 20 miles per hour is kept up. Once a reindeer is on course, all goes well, especially on the home run. But he can be a bad starter. Some just won't start at all. After the individual events, there are 4-man races, and the fun really begins. One reindeer wouldn't even come to the post for this race, so the other 3 got away for the tussle. It's a hard fight, and the ice flies from pounding hooves. One entry streaked away ahead to finish the mile circuit in 3 minutes to become the new champion. After the day's fun, the serious work of reindeer herding begins. Finland has a 900-mile border with Russia, which is constantly patrolled by Finnish ski troops. There is only one official crossing point on the whole border. But the reindeer herds, roaming the northern forests, cross where they will. For years, Finnish Laps complained that very few of their branded animals that went into Russia were ever returned. But now Russia has relented, and the Laps are allowed over the border at roundup time to claim their reindeer. During the annual roundup, teams of Laps may be out for a week or more getting together the herd, which is then driven into the outer corral at the separation camp. Owners identify their animals by brand marks on the ears. Calves born the previous summer, which run with their mothers, must be caught and branded. It's so cold, it was 40 degrees below zero on this particular morning, that branding draws no blood. At that temperature, blood just won't run from a wound or cut. It simply freezes. Accurate lassoing is a great pride of the Laps, catching the reindeer either by the horns or the hooves. Lap women work the reindeer alongside the men. This woman owner, Katrina, a widow, belongs to a Lap tribe which came from near Petsamo, now part of Russia. Her tribe were driven into Finland by advancing Russian troops at the end of World War II. When the branding and gelding is finished, and no instruments other than human teeth are used for gelding, the herd is driven through to the inner corral. To the owners, each reindeer is worth £5 a year as income. For reindeer flesh is the cheapest and most popular meat in Lapland. A few Laps own 1,000 or more reindeer, producing a yearly income of £5,000 and over. The average owner has between 200 and 300 animals. Now the separation begins. The herd is sorted, identified, and claimed by the owners. The buyers and butchers are there as each reindeer is taken off to the owner's pen. Prices are argued and fixed or rejected. Every winter, this separation of reindeer has gone on for thousands of years in Lapland. It's the big event of the year. For to the Lap, the reindeer is everything. It feeds him, it clothes him, and up until a year or so ago, it pulled his sledge across the snowy wastes. But even on top of the world, life is changing. Today, a Lap is assessed by whether he owns a motor sledge or not, and the snowy wastes are measured by the capacity of the petrol tank.